Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Poonam. Good morning, Kishan. Good morning. What's the date today, students? What's the date today? What's the today's date?
19th, ma'am.
Yes, it is 19 June, correct? What about you're ready with your classwork? You're ready with your classwork, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Assignment questions, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm ready with that. Okay, as said yesterday, we'll be discussing that quickly and then move on to one problem. Okay. Okay, we'll discuss the assignment and then we'll move on to the problem, regular problem. So I'll be finishing in 40 minutes. Okay, students, you're all ready with your book, calculator, pen? Yes, students, you're ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Very good. Now I'll switch on with the meeting options and I'll change the entry so that let me know who is entering late. Okay. Yeah. Yes. The first question. Students, you are ready with the first question? This was the question asked. Please tell me what is the question. Read out. Read out the question. You can see the screen. No, I have to make the screen visible. Correct? The screen is not visible. Yes, students. What is the first question? Can you read the first question, students?
Ma'am, what is resultant? Explain the steps involved in finding the magnitude and direction of concurrent coplanar system of force.
Isn't it? So, what is the procedure? Usual procedure? How do you solve such a problem? How do you solve such a problem, students? Keep that in mind. How do you solve that problem? When it is asked to calculate the resultant, when it is asked what is resultant and what are the steps involved in finding the magnitude and direction? What are the steps you do continue to do to find the unknown as resultant? Yes, students.
Ma'am, we'll find out what is fx and summation of fx and fy, ma'am.
Yes. So you can look here. You can see the screen is visible, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. So here you can find the answer, the steps involved to solve the problems in coplanar concurrent force system is calculating all the algebraic sum of forces, correct? Both along x and y direction. Determine the magnitude of resultant. Yes or no? We follow these steps, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then we determine the direction of the resultant. This is how we calculate. Correct, na students? Only you have to write the 3 steps. Definition you would have written, am I correct? Definition you would have written, yes or no? Definition of resultant you would have written,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. With the steps, 3 steps you have to write. What is the first step? Calculate the algebraic sum of all the forces. It is all there in the textbook, students. What have shared in the MS Team notes, it is all there. You can note the page number also. Page number is 47. Page number is 47. Okay, you'll write this
Ma'am,
answer.
is this the textbook you have sent, ma'am?
It is there in MS Team. You can access that notes. Textbook you can access. You know how to access the notes? Materials?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you please find out the pathway of the file and just look into the textbook which I have shared. It is there in the book Elements of Civil Engineering and Engineering Mechanics by Shesha Sagar. Author name Shesh Sagar. In the page number 47, it is given. Okay. Now I'll move on to the next question, students. First question is clear to you? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Now second question, you have this as a second question. Any doubt here? Any doubt here, students? You have second question?
No, ma'am.
No. Fine.
No, ma'am.
Very good.
But we want, what is the answer, ma'am? We want to just check it.
Okay, answer I'll give you. Later I'll give you. Even I don't have the answer values here. I'll give you. I'll share that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm happy that some response I'm getting. That means you are following my lecture. Correct? What about this third problem?
Done, ma'am.
Done.
Done, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Very good. Everybody in the class should respond. And what about the fourth problem? Fourth
No,
problem,
ma'am.
you have difficulty. Okay. Now,
Yes,
what is
ma'am.
being asked? You have to calculate the resultant of the force system of the given body. Also find the points where the resultant will cut x and y axis. Where is x and y axis in the given problem? It is already given. Can you see the x and y axis? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now to start with, I'll start calculating the resultant. Given, it is given to find resultant. Correct? Resultant R. How do you determine? How do you calculate? What is the equation? Fx square plus fy square. Correct, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is sigma fx? How do you write? What is the equation for the sigma fx? What is the equation?
All horizontal components, ma'am.
Yes, f cos theta. Similarly, what is sigma fy? All
Vertical
F sin theta.
f sin theta. Okay. Now, given this problem, I'll zoom this first. First, what to do? First, we have to resolve these forces. Okay. Anything you don't understand, students, you just keep resolving the forces. You'll get marks for that also. Okay. Don't leave it as it is. Now, you find this 800 exactly vertical. There's no resolution.
Yes, ma'am.
There's no resolution required. This 600 is inclined at an angle of 50 degree. So you have to resolve this. In what components? Tell me horizontal component of 600 Newton inclined at 50 degree.
600 cos
600.
50.
Ma'am.
Yes, very good. 600 cos 50. And this will be 600 sin 50.
50.
And 750 Newton. What about 750 Newton? What about 750 Newton?
Ma'am, we
Resolve,
don't know
ma'am.
the angle.
Angle is not given. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. You can take it. Please take it as 20 degree. Okay, students, take it as 20 degree. Tell me the answer now. Resolution of this component.
750 cos 20 and 750 minus 750 cos 20.
Yeah, that will take it as plus and minus when we are writing the equation. Okay. As of now here, we'll resolve the components. So how many resolutions you find? You find the resolution of two inclined forces. Right? There is one moment. Moment is acting. This moment, students, listen here. This moment will not contribute to the sigma fx and sigma fy. Moment is what? Force into
Perpendicular distance.
So this moment, this is a moment. This is a moment. What moment it is? Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise, ma'am.
Yes, clockwise. So it is a positive movement. It's a positive movement. Then you may ask, ma'am, then where I should take? I'll tell you where you should take. Okay, I'll tell you. Now we'll go ahead with this calculation, students. Now till this point you understood. I think that that data was missing, so you are confused. Okay, clear. I will make it clear. Now sigma fx, you're writing well. Now you tell me the equation quickly, resolving all the horizontal components. How many horizontal components? 600 cos 50 and 750 cos 20. Correct now, students?
1200, ma'am.
Where is 1200?
Towards x-axis, ma'am.
Oh, this 1000, very correct. Yes, 2200 Newton. Yes, correct. This is a horizontal force. You find another 1200. Correct, you are correct. So you find three forces are contributing to sigma Fx. Now tell me one by one, what is the sign you have to follow, students? You have to sign positive to the right and left minus. Now tell me the expression for the sigma Fx.
Plus 600 cos 50, ma'am.
Plus 600 cos
Cos
50.
minus 750 cos 20, ma'am.
750 cos 20
Plus 1200 Newton.
plus 1200. Okay, very good. I think I'm teaching only 2 girls in the class. Is that so? Only 2 girls are responding to me. What about the remaining students? What about the other students? Can you talk? Can you respond? Can you give the answers? It is possible only to give answers when you are writing in the book, when you are doing in the calculations. Parallelly, you are doing the calculation, then only it is possible. Otherwise, it's not possible, students. It is not like tomorrow test, today I'll sit and study. It is not happening. You have to do a bulwark. Bulwark has to be done. It is not that you drink water. It is not that easy as you think. Come on, everybody. I cannot keep these things, keep on telling every time. You are a degree graduating students. Correct? Now, quickly give me, everybody, see what is sigma Fx?
Ma'am, 880.903.
880 point 880 point
903.
903 was the unit Newton.
Um,
Yes. Now tell me about sigma Fy. Sigma Fy. Sigma Fy. How do you take? All upward forces positive, all downward forces as negative. Yes. Now sum up all the forces quickly. You find how many forces? 750 to sine 20 is moving up. 800 is moving up. 600 sine 50 is moving up. All is a horizontal force that which will not contribute to the vertical forces, vertical component. Now give me the expression quickly. Give me the expression.
Plus 600 sin 50, ma'am.
Plus 600 sine 50.
Plus 750 sin 20.
750 sine 20. Then
Plus 800, ma'am.
plus 800. Very good. Was the answer?
Ma'am, 1516.13. 1516.13.
16.13 Newton. So I'll block these answers. Even I'll block this answer. Now what next has to be done? What's the next step I have to follow, students?
Resultant, ma'am.
Yes, resultant R is equal to you have the expression sigma Fx square plus sigma Fy square. Please substitute. Give me the answer. Sigma fx is what, students? Sigma fx 880.903 square plus 16.13
1753.46.
1753.46
53.46
Newton.
Newton, ma'am.
Do you get this answer, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now what next you have to do? What is the next question asked? What's the next question asked, students? They have asked
Find the resultant.
they have asked to find the resultant. Also, the point where the resultant will cut x and y axis. Also, the resultant where the resultant will cut x and y axis. Distance, we have to calculate the distance. Correct, na? They have asked the distance. Yes or no? Find the points where the resultant will cut x and y axis. I'll erase all this now. I'll erase completely. Okay, please listen to the class, students. Please listen. Now, where is x and y given in the problem? X and y is given here. Y is here and x is here. Correct? Now, find the points where the resultant will cut the axis x and y. The resultant has to cut this axis. Correct? Yes or no? According to the line, students, according to the line, what do you understand? Find the points where the resultant will cut the x-axis. Okay, I think this resultant will cut the axis here. So I want to calculate this distance. What is this distance called as? X-intercept. Y-axis. The resultant should cut y-axis. So what do you call this distance as? Y-intercept. Call it as y-intercept. That is what we did, one of the problem. We draw one x and y axis and we took r. Remember students, and we resolved it, r cos alpha and r sin alpha. Okay, fine. Don't worry about that. I'll once again repeat. Now you have this box OABC, correct? Yes or no? They are given OABC. OABC is here. OABC is here. This is O, this is A, this is B, and this is C. Now this is y-axis, and this is given as x-axis. Now we have calculated the resultant. So resultant should be somewhere here only, students. Somewhere here only it has to be. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now after calculating the resultant, if you remember, I asked you to draw the resultant diagram. Haven't you asked you to draw the resultant diagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now draw the resultant diagram quickly. Both are positive. Sigma fx is positive. Sigma fi is positive. Both the values are positive with you, students. So which quadrant it falls in? Which quadrant it falls in?
First quadrant, ma'am.
First quadrant. Therefore, what is alpha?
Tan inverse of fy by fx.
Yes. Tan alpha is equal to fx or fy. Fy by fx. Alpha is equal to tan inverse of f sigma Fy by sigma Fx. Now what is the value? Substituting on substitution. What's the value of alpha? Tan inverse of
59.8,
Fy value
ma'am.
39.8 degree.
82.
82. Okay. So this value is 39.8.
Ma'am, 59 point, ma'am.
Give me one answer, students, which is correct. What about others? Others in the class? Others in the class?
Six.
What's the answer? What's the answer?
59.82.
59.82. 59.82. Okay. Now resolve this resultant. R cos alpha, and this will be R sin alpha. Okay. In your notes, write this diagram very neatly and calculate what is R sin alpha and calculate R cos alpha, which is equal to sigma Fx. Check your answer, sigma Fy. Do you get the same answer, students? What is the value? R sin alpha. Give me the value of R sin alpha, students. Okay, when it is confusing, I'll write this. Tell me now, what is R sin alpha? R sin alpha. Substitute R. What is the value of R, you students, you're getting? 1753. 1753.46 into sine 59.82. What is the value?
1515.77.
15.
3, ma'am.
What I should write here, students?
15.
1515.77, ma'am.
0.77 Newton. And what about this? 1753.46 cos 59.82. What's the value you get? $880. What do you get?
881.49 Newton, ma'am.
49 Newton. Okay. This is approximately equal to what value, students? Sigma Fy. This is approximately equal to sigma Fx. Check.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. If you don't follow also, no problem. You can check this. You can check this. Okay. This is only a cross check of your answers. It is only a cross check of your answer. Now, coming back to the diagram here. Now, with respect to point O only, I'll take, because how do I judge whether it is point O only? I should start with the calculation of resultant distance, because the origin of x and y axis is at point O only, from point O only. So, what I'll do, students, I'll just replace. Don't do all that in your notebook. I'll replace this your resultant here. Correct? See, it is just replica. This, yes or no? You're following, students. XY axis is in first quadrant. Even we are drawing the resultant in the first quadrant. Alpha is here. Alpha is here. Correct? Now, what is this value, students? This is what? R cos
Cos
alpha.
alpha.
Yes. And what is this value?
R sin alpha.
Yes, r sin alpha. Okay, therefore, I can remove this resultant here. Yes, I can remove.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, but students, I don't know at what distance of point O this resultant is. Now I'm telling that with reference to point O, we have to calculate the distance. So how to proceed? How to proceed to calculate the distance? How to proceed? Remember Varignon's theorem? Varignon's theorem? Varignon's theorem. R into D is equal to P1 into D1 plus P2 into D2 plus so on. You're getting students what I'm telling? Yes or no?
No,
You
ma'am.
please listen. You please listen 1 second. I'll complete. Okay. If you're not clear with this, I'll make one more drawing. I'll make one more drawing here, students, so that you'll get a complete picture. Okay. Now I'll transfer this everything into this box. Okay. Okay, students. Okay, now.
Yes, ma'am.
This is r cos alpha and this is r sin alpha. Now they have asked us to calculate at what distance the resultant will cut x and y axis. Which one will cut x axis, students? R cos alpha will cut or r sin alpha will cut the x
R
axis?
cos alpha.
See, x axis it should cut means it should meet. It should meet. R sin alpha will meet or r cos alpha will meet?
R sin alpha.
R cos alpha.
R sin alpha. If I extend this line, see, if I extend this line, it will cut x axis. Correct, na, students? So I'm supposed to calculate this dx distance along x axis. Now I ask which line, whether r sin cos alpha or r sin alpha or r cos alpha will cut y axis. Which one will cut y axis? R cos alpha. So what is this distance will be? This is
dy, ma'am.
dy.
dy. Did you get what they have asked?
Yes, ma'am.
They are asking dx and dy. At what point this resultant will cut? Resultant I cannot take as it is. Resultant is inclined. I have to resolve and take the resolved component, calculate the linear distance sigma dy and dx. So accordingly, I should apply Varignon's theorem. If you are not still confused, it is still confusing. You please wait. Another 1 or 2 step you'll understand. So now I have to apply Varignon's theorem. To apply Varignon's theorem, first I have to calculate to find. I'll put dx. Dx is what? Is the distance which is cutting what? Cutting which
X-axis, ma'am.
X-axis. So how to calculate this? How to calculate? For this calculation, I have to take what is the resultant component? R. Take the moment. To apply Varignon's theorem, how should I proceed? Take moment. Moment of all forces about point O. Okay. Now, what are all the forces given? What are all the forces given? How do you take the force sign? Clockwise, positive, anti-clockwise, negative. Okay. Okay, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you follow till here? Now, I have to measure dx. So which force will contribute? Which force will contribute for dx? R sine for alpha should not be taken because dx is this force into this particular distance. Sorry, I'm very sorry. R sine alpha into this distance, dx distance will contribute. R cos alpha will not contribute, students. Now I should take the moment of R sine alpha about 0.0. How it is making? Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
Yes,
Anti-clockwise.
anti-clockwise. What is the perpendicular distance?
dx, ma'am.
Dx. So this is R. What is that? R cos alpha, R sine alpha.
R sine alpha, ma'am.
R sine alpha into dx equals. Now one by one you take the moment. Take the moment about 0.0. I'll go back here. 0.0. You have resolved this component, isn't it? 750 cos theta will contribute anything? Will contribute a moment? 750 cos 20 will contribute anything on this point, about this point? No, it is not making any perpendicular distance. It is not contributing. Correct, na student? You forget so soon, huh? So many things what I taught. Huh? When I resolve this force, this force is passing through point O. It will not contribute any. You can see this force is passing through point O. It will not contribute any movement. It will not contribute any movement, students. Yes or no? What happens to this? Therefore, 7 cos 20 or 7 sin 20, the perpendicular distance is 0. So, whatever you write here will be equal to, you can omit that component, or instead you can write it as 750 cos 20 into 0. Again, the vertical component also 750 sin 20 into 0. Only for your understanding why you are not included. Next, what about 800, students? What about 800? Will 800
anti-clockwise, ma'am.
See how it is, where it is passing through? It is passing through which point?
Oh, ma'am.
Which is O. About which point we are taking the moment?
Oh, ma'am.
About which O only. Will that contribute any movement? Force is here. Where is the perpendicular distance? No perpendicular distance. It is passing through point O. So the moment of 800 is 0. Okay. 800 again it is 0. About point O, students, I am taking. Now you have the 600. You have resolved the 600. What? 600 sin 50. And this is 600 cos 50. Now tell me students, what are the moments?
600 cos 50 into 1.2, ma'am.
600 cos 50 into 1.2, correct? Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise, ma'am.
Very good. If I take this clockwise movement about point O, how it is reaching? It is going clockwise. 600 cos 50. What is the perpendicular distance to this? 1.2. So I'll be writing it as plus 600 cos 50 into 1.2. Now what about 600 sin 50? Others in the class, you have to talk, you have to interact. Yes, how do you write 600 sin 60? How it is reaching the point O?
Anti-clockwise, ma'am.
Anti-clockwise. What's a perpendicular distance?
1.5, ma'am.
1.5. So what I'll be writing here as minus 600 sin 50 into 1.5. What about the any other 200? So what is this? Which is this first? 1200. What about 1200?
Ma'am, it is along point O, ma'am.
Yes, it is passing through point O. Its contribution is 0. So I'll write it as plus or minus. It doesn't. If I write 0 means it doesn't has any perpendicular. Okay. What's the next force? You find a moment. Isn't it? You find a moment. What is a movement? Clockwise movement or anti-clockwise movement? How it is
Clockwise, ma'am.
moving?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. So movement, should I multiply with a perpendicular distance? At point
ma'am.
no, very good. It's already multiplied product. It is force into perpendicular distance. So at every point, if I'm taking the moment at O or A or B, its effect is only 900 Newton, but it is clockwise. So at point O, right? So I'll be just summing up plus 900. That's all. I should not be doing anything. Did you follow? Did you follow the students?
Yes, ma'am.
Now give me the value of dx. Dx. First term will be 0. Second term is 0. Third term is 0. Then you have 600 into 1.2 into cos 50, right? Minus 600 into sine 50 into 1.5. Then this is 0. Then that is 900. Divided by, here I'll write it as r sine alpha. So dx r sine alpha dx. What is RHS value, students? When you sum up, what is RHS value?
673.37.
3.37. And what is r sine alpha? 673.37 divided by r sine.
1515.77.
Repeat.
I'm not the answer, ma'am. R sin
Okay,
alpha.
okay, okay. What's the final answer? DX answer?
$12.07.
12.07 meters. Do you get the same answer, others? Others? Anybody else? Any other answer you're getting?
Ma'am, 0.44 I'm getting, ma'am.
0.44. R sine alpha is clockwise and anti-clockwise. R sin alpha when it is moving? Clockwise or
Anti-clockwise, ma'am.
Then it is minus, right? This term
Yes,
is
ma'am.
minus. This is minus. Then give me the calculated value correctly. Don't give me varying answers. You have minus value or positive value here? Tell me, students. Another 4 minutes to go for me to leave the class. What's the answer? Tell me one by one. Okay, tell me one by one. What is the answer?
600 cos 50 is
No, the final answer of dx. What is 600? 1.2 cos 50, students? Tell me that. Yes, one by one, tell me the values.
385.67, ma'am.
385.67
Into 1.2, ma'am.
into 1.2. Okay. And what about 600 sine 50?
459.62 into 1.5. 59.62.
62 into 1.5
5.
plus 900. Okay. Now, give me the answers. Quickly, students. 3 minutes are there. You have to join the class. Next class also, you have to take a break in between. Tell me. Sum up all this answer and tell me, students. Students, money full class. Or I should tell children, you should please tell me the answers. Tell. Quickly. This is minus r sine alpha dx equals, what is this value, students? What's the value, students?
673.374, ma'am.
673.34.
374. 374, ma'am.
374. Okay. Dx is equal to 673.374 divided by minus, what is the resultant value? What is the sine alpha value?
15.
15. Communicate properly or completely.
1515.77.
77. Sine alpha. Alpha is? Alpha value is what?
The total answer
Ma'am, our
of
same our value is only that, ma'am.
Okay, the total answer. Fine. Now give me this answer. 3x answer. After dividing. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳಿ. 0. minus
Minus
44,
0.384, ma'am.
384 meters. You get the same answer, everybody? Similarly, do it for dy. Dy also, students. In doing dy, what is the difference you find? Did you all get the point here? Dx you are getting as minus 3.0, minus 3.84. That means it is not to the positive, it is to the negative. It is having a negative value. Correct? It is having a negative value. It is not a positive, it is a negative component. It has to come here. It has to come to the other side. Okay, now we have to calculate what? Dy.
dy,
For
ma'am.
dy, yes, for dy calculation, I need not do all this circus. I need not do all this circus. What I should do? What is r cos? I'll take again Varignon's theorem. Apply Varignon's theorem. Okay. Now to find dy, correct? To find dy. Now to find dy, which component I should take into consideration? R into d is equal to P1 d1 plus
Cos
P2.
alpha, ma'am.
Yes. How it is moving? What moment it is moving? About point O. About point O. How it is moving? Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise, ma'am.
Yes. So this will be R cos. Correct? R cos alpha, right? R cos alpha
Yes,
into
ma'am.
dy. And your RHS, whatever you have done, calculated here, 673 will be as 673 only. Do you find any change there? You will not find any changes. Do you understand? Did you all follow? RHS while calculating for dy will be the same for dx. Whatever the calculation you have made for dx on the RHS will retain because the movement will not change. If I am calculating for dx or dy, the movement of forces will remain the same. It will not change. So it will remain as, even though if you know, madam, I'm not understanding, means you start taking the moment all one by one. You'll find again 673.37 only. Do you agree or not?
Yes,
Ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. Now calculate what is dy. Calculate dy.
0.76,
Point
763, ma'am.
763
meters. So what are the steps did you follow? What are the steps did you follow? Tell me quickly. What are the steps you follow? What are the
Find the
steps you did?
resultant, ma'am.
After finding the resultant?
Alpha value, ma'am.
Yes, then?
Sin alpha
We
and
have to
cos.
consider x and y. ma'am.
Yes, then?
Apply Varignon's theorem to find dx and dy, ma'am.
Yes, very good then. Then what happens? How to calculate dx and dy? You have to take the clockwise movements, anti-clockwise movements as positive, anti-clockwise movements as negative. You have to resolve the component of resultant r cos alpha and r sin alpha. R sin alpha will contribute to which component? X component or y component? Of the
dx,
distance.
ma'am.
Yes, dx. And r cos alpha will contribute to the
dy.
dy, ma'am.
dy component. Okay. That is what the question is asked. Find the distance to cut x and y axis. One value you got it as negative, one value you got it as positive. Doesn't matter. Okay. You understood the concept, how to do?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
What?
what if the resultant is in second quadrant or third or fourth, ma'am?
Then also we have to do. You have to draw the diagram, resultant diagram somewhere in the second quadrant or third quadrant accordingly to the diagram. I think we have done a problem. Check back. We have done a problem on that. Please look into it. Look back
Yes,
to the
ma'am.
Yes, we have done. Wherein we got sigma fx as negative, sigma fy as positive. And one student, if I remember Rohit, I think he asked this question. Correct? Yes. I'll take the attendance because it's time out. Aditi?
Present.
Aditi? Yeah. Aditi, you are not responding in the class. Why?
Ma'am, I did
Ad-
respond.
Why? From many days, not today. Aditya?
Present, ma'am.
Yeah, there, Aditya, very much in the class. In the attendance, your voice will be high. But whereas to give back the answers, no voice. Huh? Likit?
Present, ma'am.
Karan S?
Yes, ma'am.
Shruti?
Present, ma'am.
Geeta? Jnanashri?
Present, ma'am.
Karuna?
Present, ma'am.
Geeta is there in the class? No?
Present, ma'am.
Okay, you can leave the class. Those who have finished with the attendance can leave the class. Thank you. Then Kishan,
Present, ma'am.
Mohit, Pavan P, Pranav,
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am. Ma'am, even Pawan is also present, ma'am.
Rishika,
Present, ma'am.
Rishi, Rishika S,
Present, ma'am.
Rohit,
Present, ma'am.
Saida,
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Parna,
Present, ma'am.
Vasant,
Present, ma'am.
Vimala,
Present.
Vimala,
Present, ma'am.
Abhishek,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Bharat,
Present, ma'am.
Chetan M.
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you, Chetan, yesterday? Dhruva,
Present, ma'am.
Harini,
Present, ma'am.
Madan, Manish, Mohit, Mokshagna,
Present, ma'am.
Nitish,
Yes, ma'am.
Pavan Kumar, Shant, Pritam, Vamshi, Vikas,
Present, ma'am.
Vinay, Ashish,
Present, ma'am.
Chandu S, Chandu J,
Present, ma'am.
Charan Y, Gulam, Manohar, Prajwal,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am. Ma'am, Gurumurthy present, ma'am.
Sunil, 1 second. Sunil, Shafahar, Darshan,
Present.
Shafar is also present, ma'am. Gurumurthy also present, ma'am.
Shafat is also present. Where is Shafat?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Darshan, present, ma'am.
Okay, I marked it. Sunil is not there, right?
Gurumurthy Gulam is also present.
Then
Gulam.
Gulam, I marked you, Gulam. Yes. Okay, Gulam. Anybody else? Fine, thank you.